What's going on, YouTube? This is From the Top Rope with Andrew Crawford. I'm still a legend. I'm still your boy. I'm still the GOAT. I'm still a GOAT, not the GOAT, but I look like a GOAT, so we're close enough. Am I right? I think I'm right. Yeah, I need to work on that new intro. I have officially changed my YouTube name, but it's still me, still talking wrestling, still might get a little more diverse and talk about One Tree Hill, Vampire Diaries, music, other TV, other sports. But right now, it's Wrestlemania week, and you know what we doing. We dropping wrestling-based content every day this week. The past couple days, I've been doing my top 40 matches of WrestleMania. And today, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get my WrestleMania predictions out of the way. Let's get into it. And we're going to go with the night one card first. And I'm going to predict them in order of least importance to most important, obviously. Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee, the LWO versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio in a tag match. I'm gonna roll with Dom and Santos here. Last year Ray got that feel-good win after his son had tortured him for so long. So, I kind of feel like now Dom can get the payback, and Dom and Santos can get a good Mania win, which would be huge for both of their careers. And then maybe that even gets Dom ready to go into the mid-card scene and win some mid-card gold and kind of make the Judgment Day that Evolution dominant faction that they can be. Up next, Gunther versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental title. Man, I'm actually so back and forth on this because I think the only way Gunther finally gets put in the main event picture that he deserves to be in is to lose the Intercontinental title. And, there's not a better day than to lose it than at WrestleMania and let a Sami Zayn get a crazy upset. But then I think Sami had his Mania moment last year, and then if Gunther loses it on WrestleMania Saturday, that would put his title reign at 666 days, and that just kind of makes me uncomfortable. But I think my final prediction is going to be Gunther. He's still young, and you have plenty of time to get him in the main event scene. So I think Gunther's going to beat Sami. The 6-team ladder match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. Judgment Day, DIY, Awesome Truth, Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne, aka New Catch Republic. The New Day and Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, which is actually, it's rumored that those two are going to get replaced by either the Hardys or someone. I don't know. It's rumored that they're going to get replaced, though. And I think either way, it boils down to DIY, Judgment Day, or Awesome Truth. Judgment Day to kind of say, we're still that faction. We are them. We are one of the best factions going today. And we're on our way to being the best faction ever. And I would love that. But then I look at DIY, look at how long it's taken them to actually get to a WrestleMania card. And I think that'd be a really good feel-good moment. But at the end of the day, my mind as a fan is leaning towards Awesome Truth, given that it'd kind of be yet another kind of gem in the crown of the Miz's career, and R-Truth would finally get a WrestleMania win, and it would be a feel-good moment. So I think my final prediction is going to be the Awesome Truth here. Up next, Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi versus Asuka and the Kabuki Warriors. Or no, hold up. Dakota Kai, Kairi Sane, and Asuka of Damage Control. I'm sorry, for some reason I forgot who was representing Damage Control in this match. But anyways, I think it would be cool for Damage Control to win, especially since they lost last year to Lita, Becky, and Trish. And I'd be fine with that. But It's Jade Cargill. This is the biggest female signing to WWE since, I'm going to go with like Ronda in 2018. So I'm going to go with Team Jade here. Jade's probably going to get the pin and look like an animal doing it. She looked really good at the Rumble, but she wasn't in there too terribly long. And I really think we'll see her strengths and weaknesses in the WWE in a very short amount of time, given that she has finally started to appear on TV. Up next, we got brother versus brother, Uso versus Uso, twin versus twin, tag team GOAT versus tag team GOAT, Jimmy versus Jey Uso. We got Yeet versus no Yeet. And, you know, as huge, it's going to be a huge weekend for the Bloodline in general. This, not just like that's family, not just like the people wrestling there. Rock's grandma's going in the Hall of Fame. Paul Heyman, who is a part of the Bloodline on screen and off screen at this point, is going in the Hall of Fame. And the matches involving Bloodline members. But I think right here it's kind of going to be Jey getting payback, because the past few months, Jimmy has literally, since August at SummerSlam, Jimmy has cost Jey every championship on the main roster. World Heavyweight title against Rollins, Undisputed title against Roman, Intercontinental against Gunther, US versus Theory, and the tag titles when him and Cody Rhodes lost them back to the Judgment Day. So I think Jay's kind of going to get his get back. Jay's going to win. And they might have to wrap the feud up here and get Jey some actual pushes, but I don't know. But I'm taking Jey. Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. For the past year, exactly, for the past 365 days, WWE was trying to just literally like push Becky over here and push Rhea over here and keep them as far apart as possible until a WrestleMania storyline could take place. Now that that's happened, they have come together, they have brawled, they have intensified. Rhea brought up Rue, which is Becky Lynch's daughter, and they had a little scrap. Becky punched Dom in the face, and I laughed because it looked stiff and looked like she actually about knocked Dom out. And I'm so ready for this match. This is the fourth most excited I am for a match at Mania this year. Becky and Rhea are really going to kill it. They're going to show that they are two of the best, if not the two best, women's wrestlers, not just in the world today, but maybe ever. But my final prediction, Rhea's the best women's wrestler they've got right now. She's the best in the world. Rhea's winning it. And in the main event of night one, we have the biggest tag team match maybe in pro wrestling history. Seth freaking Rollins and the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes versus The Rock and Roman Reigns. This build for a Mania match, and this build for this Mania in general, have been among the top 5 best builds in WrestleMania history for the whole show in its entirety. And I'm actually going to talk about that in maybe tomorrow's video. This match is monumental in every facet of the word with what's at stake. If Rock and Roman win, Sunday night between Cody and Roman is Bloodline rules. Any and everything goes, and it could be a bloodbath. If Cody and Seth win, Cody gets Roman one-on-one. Bloodline interference is prohibited. All interference is ousted. And it's Cody, Roman settling the score. With that being said, I think because if Roman wins, he wins his like 100th pay-per-view match or 1000th or something crazy like that. I think Roman wins. Roman and Rock win, and then we'll get into night 2 later. Night 2. We're probably going to kick things off with The Pride, Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, versus The Final Testament, which is Karrion Kross and the Authors of Pain, in a 6-man tag match. I forgot it was even a storyline. If you want to get this faction with Lashley and the Profits off the ground, needs to happen now. Let the Profits and Lashley win. AJ Styles versus LA Knight. Yeah, I'm going with LA Knight. I'm going with LA Knight here. It's not a hard story, you know. AJ's mad at LA Knight because after the Bloodline took out AJ, LA Knight stepped over his body to push himself in the main event with Cena in that tag match. It's not an inaccurate statement to make it. That's the truth. What I'm thinking is AJ's older now. This is not the same AJ Styles as even 2016 when he first got to WWE. This is an older, more vetted AJ Styles that I think is ready to start putting over the younger talent. And I know LA Knight's not exactly young, but he's super fresh. He's on fire. There's not a hotter, more like pushed wrestler, popular wrestler right now, other than like maybe Cody and Roman, than LA Knight. So at Mania, I'm taking LA Knight. Yeah. In a triple threat match for the United States Championship, Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens versus Logan Paul. Yes, I literally just actually happen to have this. But I'm going to be bold and I'm going to say Kevin Owens is going to win. You know, Randy taking the U.S. title feels like a demotion, in my opinion. Like, I look at Randy's one of the top 5 ever, top 10 ever. Him winning the U.S. title, I know he's getting nearing the end of his career and he's in the twilight of it. So maybe it'd be like a thank you run, but it feels like such a demotion for Randy Orton, a name that even non-wrestling fans know. And with Logan, I did read where he might be actually coming to WWE more like efficiently and like effectively and being more involved, which would be awesome. And then I'd say let Logan retain at that point because he's been a great U.S. champ. But KO lost at the Rumble, and I just really think KO beating Logan and getting another big Mania moment would just add to the career he's had thus far. So yeah, sentimentally and logically, I'm going to pick Kevin Owens. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm going to say Seth is really beaten down after the tag team main event. So Drew and Seth are still going to put on a banger. It's Drew and Seth. They've not had a bad match together ever. I'm going to say Drew wins after maybe like 20-minute heater. But after that, Damian Priest is going to come in, hit South of Heaven, the name of his chokeslam finisher, which is so cool. And then he's going to win the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania and maybe start some deception in the Judgment Day. I don't think Judgment Day's ran its course, so maybe not. But I think that either way, WrestleMania weekend will end with Damian Priest as the World Heavyweight Champion. I'm calling it right now. Io Sky versus Bayley for the undisputed WWE Women's Championship. Oh, I've been back and forth with this too. Io's had a great run since SummerSlam. You know, she's had the matches. She's had good matches with about everyone. The damage control deception has been kind of flowing since like Kyrie first came back, and they included Asuka. And I think Bayley winning the Rumble, picking Io, turning face, getting betrayed by Dakota, everything that's happened, I really don't see a logic to not letting Bayley get the win. And that sucks because, like, again, I think Io's been great. I think the new Damage Control could run with it and just, like, without Bayley, let, like, Io obviously take over as leader. She's the women's champ. But I'm taking Bayley. I really think she should win, you know. It's the tormented face versus the cocky heel, and the tormented face usually wins those, i.e. Edge versus Balor at last year's Mania, and the right decision was for Edge to win, and if you disagree, you really need to look at that storyline again. Don't let me get into that tangent. In the main event for the second year in a row, not many Manias pull out back-to-backs, but this one has the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes versus the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns in what could either be a Bloodline Rules match or just a straight one-on-one mano-a-mano fight. I don't care what it is, but I'm thinking it's going to be Bloodline Rules, so this is what I've kind of envisioned. Bloodline Rules. The Bloodline has just kind of had their way with Cody, beat him to a pulp. Cody's obviously gotten in some offense, so Roman and Cody are both, like, dead. All of Cody's allies are down. Solo and Jimmy are down. And The Rock has the weight belt ready to just... And I've seen the rumors it's going to be Stone. Nah. John Cena comes out. They are 1-1 against each other. There needs to be a tiebreaker. I want Cena Rock 3. I don't care. So Cena comes down, runs The Rock out, and I mean runs him, beats him to a pulp, and Rock hightails it away from the match. Everyone else is down. Roman goes for a spear. Cody, chair shot to the head. I don't care if he Sabu's it and throws it or outright smacks Roman upside the head with a chair. Gets him. Crossroads, the trifecta. 1, 2, 3. And a wrestler that I've been a fan of since I was 8 years old when he was a plucky underdog. No one gives a crap about you, babyface. Finally lives up to his full potential and does something that no one in his family's ever done and wins the WWE title. That's right, I predicted it last year and I was wrong. I'm still mad about it. This year I'm predicting it, and this year I know I'm right. Cody Rhodes is walking out of WrestleMania the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. And that's the video, and those are my WrestleMania 40 predictions, live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at Lincoln Financial Field, starting Saturday night and wrapping up Sunday night. Do you agree with my predictions? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This has been From the Top Rope with Andrew Crawford, and unlike John Cena, I can see you, and I will see you very soon.